Good morning, gang. Happy Friday morning. Well, to no one's surprise, Israel started blowing the crap out of Iran last night. From what we are understanding, that Israel has targeted the Natanz nuclear facility, where Iran supposedly has the ability to enrich enough uranium to make 9 nuclear-tipped bombs, I guess, for any practical purpose. They have the ICBM, so, putting one to the other is pretty simple. They took out the general of the Iranian Republican National Guard, okay? General Salami is now dead. And to all of this, I say, good, okay? Iran is the most dangerous nation state in the world that aligns itself with terrorists, that has committed so many atrocities against other countries since 1977, it makes everything else, every other country, look like preschoolers. Okay? However, do not, by any means whatsoever, take this as me going, rah, rah, Israel, let's get in and help. No. Okay? Absolutely not. I'm not going to spend the time here I'm talking rehashing all the bombs that went off or the people that were killed or whatever. You know what happened, okay? If you want to go see the devastation, fine, go watch other videos, go read the news stories. It's not like everybody isn't going to talk about it. I'm going to kind of go into a little bit more of what I said yesterday morning. The Serenity Prayer, okay? You and I have no control over what happens in Israel and Iran. None, okay? The only thing we can do is manage the things that we can control. And even those are minimal at this point. We could look at the fallout. Stock market looks like it's going to tank this morning. Futures are down about 500 points on the Dow, which is better than where it was last night. That was down 700 points before I went to bed last night. Gold is up. Oil prices are inevitably going up. Okay, so we can kind of plan accordingly for that. Plan on gas prices to go up, right? Now, what I want to talk about this morning is what I think needs to happen, my analysis, okay? And of course, there will be people that disagree with me. There will be people that say, we need to get in and help Israel. They're our biggest ally in the Middle East. Okay, fair enough. I get you, okay? There are other people who are so anti-Israel in this country, they're like, we don't need to do anything. Then, of course, you'll get liberals who will be like, we need to help Iran, because Democrats take the wrong side of any issue. Y'all know my personal belief as an isolationist, okay? My answer to everybody is, it's your problem. Leave us out of it. And in this situation, if I was the president of the United States, which I gotta say is probably the most thankless job in the world, okay? Because no matter what you do, somebody's bitching about it, and the media covers the people bitching about it to try to rally more troops to the bitch. I mean, even when Joe Biden do something, the media bitch about it, or they'd celebrate it like crazy, but of course the media is about as corrupt as Washington, D.C. is. No. If I was president of the United States last night, and this all happened, and somebody walked into the Oval Office and said, Mr. President, Israel just started attacking Iran. My first call, pick up the phone, would not be to the mullahs, would not be to Benjamin Netanyahu. My first call would have been to Vladimir Putin. Huh? Why? because Russia is well allied with Iran, okay? And I'd have said, hey, Vlad, I got an idea. Let's make this stop. Like, what do you mean? Make you a deal. You don't support Iran in any way. We won't support Israel in any way. We'll just let them fight it out on their own. And after a day or two, they'll be like, nobody's coming to help us. We might want to stop, right? Kind of like what happened in India, Pakistan 2 weeks ago. Nobody's going to join our side, either side. Well, maybe we just won't do this anymore. Okay? There's a problem with that, of course, and I'm way oversimplifying this, but this crap is not our problem. Shouldn't be our problem. Personally, I am absolutely sick and tired for my entire life of the United States being the world's police force, the world's diplomat, and every little crybaby around the world has got to solve their problems because the United States is the principal's office, okay? Gee, Russia and Ukraine can't come to a peace treaty. We're not doing anything unless the United States is involved. Piss off, okay? We're not, go kill each other. I don't care, okay? Iran, Israel, go kill each other. I don't care. It's your own damn problem. We got enough problems of our own around here, okay? We got, the enemy within, liberals, okay? We've got invaders from all over the world. We had enough problems of our own. You deal with yours. I don't see anybody. I don't see Ukraine over here. I don't see Israel over here helping us with all the illegals we have. Certainly don't see any, IDF forces marching in the streets of Los Angeles right now helping arrest all these pseudo-terrorists. Okay? No. You want to go play with fire? You're on your own. Okay? Because we don't need to deal with it. You and I and every other person in this country, regardless of race, religion, color, political persuasion, whatever it is, we got enough damn problems of our own. We don't need more of yours. Y'all have been at war for thousands of years. Get over yourselves. We don't care, and we shouldn't. Okay? You're on your own. They say, oh, it's the Holy Land. I don't care. Okay? None. You want to kill each other. You want to blow each other's countries up. You want to do it on your own. No, we're not giving you money. No, we're not giving you weapons. No, we're not giving you troops. No. Okay? And we're certainly not going to start pushing our own buttons so the volleys can start coming back at us. This is your fight. You figure it out. Okay? We don't have to solve the world's problems. We don't have the capacity to do it, right? The other side of the thing that you get into it here is Trump wants to be a president that brings peace to the world. That ain't working so well at the moment, okay, because Russia, Ukraine hasn't ended with, like I said, India, Pakistan. Now you got this. What do you think China's doing this morning? China's sitting back and watching and saying, let's see what the United States does. Are they going to help Israel? So they're really not doing much for Ukraine anymore. We didn't see them go in and help India anymore. And China's going, if the U.S. is kind of staying away from it, maybe we'll just go in and take Taiwan. Right? Okay. Fine. Don't care. Go ahead. It's their own damn problem. The world, the United States needs to realize, and then the rest of the world needs to realize on top of that the people in this country are fed up with wars. We had a teeny tiny little break for about 15 years From the mid-70s until the early 90s, when the U.S. wasn't in a actual, I mean, you can say, and this is my military time, so whatever. We weren't in a shooting war of some sort. Vietnam had ended and Desert Storm hadn't stopped. We were in the middle of the Cold War. I still laugh at all the people, the vets who say, oh, we need a Cold War service ribbon or whatever for all the vets. We didn't do shit, okay? Sitting in our offices and training wasn't exactly award-worthy. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, I'd be eligible to get one, but come on, I'm not one of these people that wants to look pretty with all sorts of ribbons on my uniform. The only other time I'll wear it in my life is when I'm in a casket, okay? But since the early 90s, for 35 years, pretty much nonstop, we've been at war somewhere. PBJ, her entire life has been at war. The millennial generation, their entire lives have been with the U.S. at war in one place or another. We need to end this. This needs to stop. We'll inevitably see the protesters at Columbia or wherever who've been waving their Palestinian flags for the last 9 months. Now they're going to, guaranteed today you'll start seeing waving Iranian flags, okay? Because it's just like, liberals, anything Trump does, they've got to be against. These deranged wannabe terrorists, anything Israel does, they're against, okay? They'd rather support Iran, a terrorist state, than support peace. Just saying. So what do? Well, we watch, we pay attention, we continue doing what we're doing, because depending on what the warmongers in D.C. do, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, this weekend, whatever, okay? Hell, for all we know, tomorrow with the idiotic No Kings rally and the military parade down Pennsylvania Avenue tomorrow, who knows if the Iranians decide, hey, you know what, or the No Kings terrorists decide, hey, you know what, we're going to start a war in the United States. That's possible, okay? We don't know that by tomorrow night we're not sitting here and there's breaking news on the television that martial law has just been declared in the United States because there's sleeper cells that are conducting terrorist activities in the United States. Biden let them all in. They're just waiting for orders. We need to take care of ourselves. It's a good time to go, I don't know, rotate the food, check the masks, oil the weapons, replace the batteries in the cameras, check your radios. I'm not saying it's going to. But if I had to say between yesterday and today, what's a better chance for the balloon to go up? Today would be the answer. We'll see you later. Who knows what's going to happen the rest of the morning. Pinball out.